Coming next, a memorable moment for Sean Ward. This is his first senior goal for the club, so just in case he's watching, here it is again. The Glens remain 1 point behind. All roads lead to the Oval next Saturday.
All the talk prior to today's game was next week, and it was as much as we could do to focus on today. I think, Linfield, with the greatest respect to local, we're always going to win today. Today's game for us was obviously a bit more difficult, but we were certainly ready for it, and I think it showed in the way.
But the Glens will take some encouragement from Gavin Mallock's exquisite free kick near the end. The teams meet again on Saturday at the Oval in what is a make-or-break league title showdown.
Well, it's by far the biggest game of this and probably any other Irish League season. Glentoran versus Linfield at the Oval, with the League Championship at stake. A huge day for all concerned tomorrow, but it's not just the players who've been going through all the necessary preparations this week. Yes, the UTV outside broadcast unit was setting up at the Oval this afternoon. We're at the game tomorrow to record a special extended highlights programme for Sport on Sunday. And the Oval staff are busy today too, putting the final touches to the theatre before the drama begins at 3 o'clock tomorrow. The biggest Big Two game for years. There'll not be an empty seat in the house.
Well, as a secretary, I've now been involved about 3 or 4 Big Two games. This one beats a lot because it's got so much at stake. We've had interest from around the UK and even abroad. People are coming to Northern Ireland at this time of year and they want to get a ticket. They're interested in coming. They're in Belfast at the time and they don't want to miss the game either.
Davy Malcolm certainly won't be missing the game. As the referee, he has the difficult task of keeping a lid on things tomorrow, but is hoping that the heads will rule the hearts come 3 o'clock.
There's too many good players on show tomorrow not to have a good game, but yeah, the first, you don't know that they're going to come out, they're going to be psyched up, the crowd will be there. You're just hoping that things don't boil over too soon, but to say there's plenty of very good experienced heads in that pitch, and I'd be disappointed and surprised if it did boil over, I'd have to say.
Easy to say that now, but for those coming down the tunnel tomorrow with their whole season at stake, it may be a different story.
What Linfield have achieved for almost 2 full seasons, to not lose away from home, is a fantastic achievement. And I think Sass isn't playing next week for the Glens. Lehman hobbled off the game. They put him through the pain barrier today. If he's not playing next week and Sass isn't playing, I think Linfield have enough artillery to go and get the point. But, who am I to say? I don't know, but it's going to be difficult.
You would have to say Glentoran have a great fighting spirit as well. They're not going to lie down, they're not going to take it easy. And it's a very difficult match to call. And I just think that Glentoran might sneak it.
I would love to be there, tell you the truth, to witness it, but it's very close to call. I mean, Linfield in recent years have a good record at the Oval and vice versa, the Glens at Windsor, but next week you never know, maybe it could turn around.
I think it's difficult to call. I think they're two good sides, they're battling it out, and it's basically down to who can hold their nerve the most. And as I said, it's a difficult one to call.
Sharing team tactics for tomorrow? Probably not. This good humour was spotted at Tuesday's Setanta Cup game at Windsor Park. But it's the possibilities at the Oval which are on these players' minds. With respect to the Irish Cup finalists next month, tomorrow's league match is the biggest of the year in local football. And these fans know it.
Neither of us have won anything yet. At the end of the day, it's all to play for.
I think Linfield fans are prefer to have it at the Oval because we tend to play better at the Oval, and the Glentoran fans, I think they prefer the very record at Windsor against us. I think all the Linfield supporters will prefer the victory on Saturday, but you never like getting beat by your old enemy like they.
This is probably my last year watching Glentoran. Emigrating, so I'm making the most of it, but brilliant finish to the season.
And to keep it that way, crowd segregation will be monitored closely tomorrow. Because of safety regulations, there'll only be room for 4,500 Linfield fans at the away end of the ground. That's prompted some worries that visiting fans without tickets may pay in through the Glentoran turnstiles to see the game. Austin O'Callaghan, BBC Newsline.
Roy Coyle and David Jeffrey, professional on the field, professional off it. Today the two managers met face to face. Just 48 hours to go before the game of the season. Mutual respect all round, but knowing all about the task ahead.
Yeah, without doubt, if it doesn't catch the imagination of the footballing public of Northern Ireland, there's something seriously wrong. It's because of what's at stake as well. You know, if Linfield win on Saturday, they've won the title. If we win, then the title is in our control with a game left. So it's got all the ingredients for what should be one hell of a game.
Massive game, absolute massive game. Certainly in all of the time that I've been associated with Linfield Football Club. Roy was telling me that I think the last time there was a game like this was about 1969. He was playing in the game. I was 7 years of age. But there's never been, as I say, a game that has caught the imagination in recent years like this one. It's a ginormous game. Linfield Glentoran games are always big games, but given what's at stake, it's going to be the mother of all games.
It'll not even be emulated, I don't think, in the Irish Cup final. And that's because of the way the stage is set at the moment with the two of us. We're Linfield are 1 point ahead, 3 points to be up for grabs on Saturday. So, game on, let's go, boy.
And I think the game on Tuesday evening between ourselves and Glentoran was a smashing advert. Unfortunate that it wasn't more people at the game, but we understand with the expense and the cost and the Tuesday game, and obviously the big one coming up on Saturday. But I would say that Saturday's game, with respect to anything else, is something very, very special, and it'll be a great occasion.
Well, the championship can be won and lost on Saturday. Winner takes all, in my opinion. I think if there is a winner on Saturday, they'll probably go on to win the championship. If you're asking my views on the game, it's going to be a very, very difficult one to call. Everyone's going to sit on the fence, and I'm certainly going to sit on the bridge tonight. I can't see a winner on Saturday, actually. I feel this game's going to run out a draw. I can see a 1-1 draw there. It's probably going to go right down to the wire in the last day of the season. So what more could the spectators ask for than to have such a big finish to the league campaign?
Now, Paul, both these lads have big squads, you know, and they've good players, but even with good squads and good players, you need to have a good manager. They are good managers. They'll have both sets well up for this on Saturday, won't they?
Well, obviously, David's got a couple of championships under his belt now, and Roy's record goes without saying. Personally speaking, you know, just what Marty says there is a high possibility it could be a draw, but there's a lot to play for, and Linfield and Glentoran don't know that. I tapped Glentoran a few weeks ago, they won it. Really, my head tells me that. My heart tells me that Linfield will do it. I would like, obviously, I have a lot of time for David. I know David very well. Got to know him through the pro licence, and it will be a tough match. Good match, obviously, big attendance, 12,000 people at it, or expected 12,000 people. I would say I'll go with a Glentoran one, but I think it'll be a tight one, maybe a 1-0 or a 2-1.
Vicky, we were at the Setanta Cup on Tuesday on Windsor. Only a few thousand there, but even there was, even among that small crowd, there was the intensity. Like these teams have a mutual hatred for each other, haven't
they? They loathe each other with a passion. The fans just hate each other. You're right there. It'll be so intense on Saturday. The Setanta Cup, multiply that by 100 because you've got the championship at stake. Whoever wins it, they're the champion. Simple as that. I know Glentoran, if they win, they need to beat Crusaders, but I can't see Crusaders stopping them because the momentum would be there. Linfield, what a card for them. They can go to the Oval of all places. Wouldn't they love to win the title at the Oval? They've got a great chance. It's a tough one to call. Prediction, well, Glentoran, why not?
Why not? I don't mean to be naive here, but you know, this is a showcase for the local game. You know, there's responsibility on the players, responsibility on the managers, the clubs. I think they will stand up to their responsibilities. There's a big onus on the fans on Saturday.
Well, as we say, we're hoping for a 12,000 people at the game on the day, and obviously people go along highly motivated to get in behind their team. The managers will have the teams kicking the doors down to get out onto the park. I'm quite sure that the players will behave themselves in a professional manner. The spectators, they'll be there to support their team. They'll be well segregated, and I hope everyone behaves themselves.
What would you be saying on Saturday if you're out of the dressing room? Or will you be able to tell us here on television?
Well, I probably wouldn't be able to say that evening. There would be a lot of maybe language that wouldn't be suitable for television. But no, obviously I would tell the players to keep focused. They would all know what they're going to be doing on the day. We'd have them well prepared on the day and basically to go out and apply themselves. But a lot of motivation, a lot of aggression in your play. you know, win every ball. Your life depends on every touch of that ball, and if you can win your 50-50s early on, it's going to be a battle. It mightn't be a great game of football. It's going to be a case of the team who wanted most on the day will win.
Paul, would you be a manager who would kick every ball in a situation like that? I'm sure you'd love to be in that situation.
You definitely kick every ball, and we all do it, Marty, David, Roy. But I'm interested there that Stephen's top Glentoran, you know, because everybody thinks Stephen's a Lumfield supporter. So
is he not? Are you not?
You are kidding.
Is he not a Lumfield supporter, no?
I thought,
you're not a Lumfield
you should
supporter.
try telling that to a Linfield supporter to boo me every time they see me.
I know he's a Liverpool supporter. Sad.
Well, that's what he tells people, I think. But no, you do kick every ball, and there's no question that it will be a very intense game, very intense atmosphere. The two teams have obviously been in this situation before. They're very experienced players. My opinion, we've played obviously them twice each this year. Lumfield are very up and at you team, play a very direct style, and it's been very successful for them. Glentoran have, in my opinion, you know, a few more quality players. Now, obviously, I know I'm lining myself up here with Lumfield players, but I think that on the day, if Glentoran play to their potential and they can get to the pitch of the game, as Martin says, then I think that they're definitely capable of winning the game.
Handshakes and hugs all round, but who will kiss goodbye to the Gibson Cup this weekend?